right, we are in the process of moving our tropicals into the greenhouse. One of the main things that we do during this time of year is we monitor the weather. Most of our tropicals can withstand temperatures down to about 45 degrees, but when it goes much lower than that, then they start to really suffer. So our goal is to get the tropicals into the greenhouse by the time temperatures are at 45 degrees. So that's the first thing that we do. We monitor the weather. The second thing we do then is, for us, if the weather is fine, like it has been this year, we look at areas of the garden where we're going to need to get bulbs planted, and that is where we start our process of moving tropicals into the garden, because our bulbs are going to want to be planted here within the next couple weeks. So we need to get those areas cleaned up so that we can have a new display for you in the spring. To begin with, some of the plants that we have here, we have some bananas, we have some different coleuses that have been put into the pots. And basically what we do is, again, we take the plants out of their current area. Normally we like to have a volunteer group because it can get sort of, a lot of people need to get involved with getting them moved in. We bring them back to the staging area, which is called our compound. And then this year we're doing something a little different than what we've done in years past. We always have a bug explosion during the winter here. And so we're trying to stop some of that from occurring this year. So we've taken a solution of like a very mild detergent along with oil and water, and we've mixed that up, and we are cleaning the plants as well as dunking them in the water and then cleaning the pots, and then they'll move into the greenhouse for the winter. So that's sort of the process. We find that as we're bringing things in, if plants have outgrown their pots, they're getting too big, or if we have a lot of babies, the plants that we would like to have more of, at this time is a good time to divide those up and move those in. For folks who can't dunk their plants, you maybe only have a couple of tropicals, but you would like to move them into the house, again, monitor the time, the temperatures, and then the second thing is you can mix up that solution and put it into a little spray bottle and then just spray it onto your plants and then wipe it off. Most of the time, if we have some serious disease issues that are already out in the garden, we don't want to bring those plants back into the greenhouse, so we set up a little quarantine area where we monitor for what bugs are on there. We'll treat those a little differently. If it's a minor infestation that we can just clip off, the insect that is on there, we do that first. If it's a little bit more serious, then we also use a product that will kill the insect that is on there prior to bringing it into the greenhouse. So that's sort of what we do, and it's a wonderful place in the winter to sort of sit in, just to come in, to work in the greenhouse. It really gives us a sense of hope and the future of what's going to be happening in the spring.